So today we're going to go through changing the transmission fluid on the E-4 drive unit of a Nissan Cube. I found out this had fluid in it just by looking at the manual, obviously all in Japanese. However, you can translate this with a reasonable degree of success by using Yandex image translate. So as you can see, the two highlighted lines there have the 4AT or 4-gear automatic transmission, has 7.7 litres of fluid in it, and the E-4 drive unit has 1 litre. Now it has the fluid types on the right here. You can see a J and a D on the end there, so basically that means the 4AT takes Matic-J fluid and the E-4 drive unit takes Matic-D fluid. Now I didn't have the choice of getting Matic-D fluid in my country. I did try going to the Nissan dealer, but even they only had generic sort of off-brand fluid that wasn't Nissan. So I've opted for a third-party fluid that covers the Matic-D standard. So tool you're going to need is a 10mm Allen key, a litre of suitable fluid. As I mentioned, I checked with Newlon and they said their Dex 3 fluid will cover Matic-D for Japanese vehicles. Also you're going to need a tube, or if you don't have a tube, a large syringe would be sufficient. So you pull the fluid out of the container and you're going to be putting it in the top bolt. There's the top one's labeled ATF, so the top is the fill bolt and then the bottom is the drain bolt. So interestingly, the bottom bolt's actually magnetized, so you might get some metal filings just from the inside of the E-4 drive unit. So just take those off before you put the plug back in. Likewise, it's a good opportunity, just you'll be able to see the burnt colour of the fluid compared to the brand new fluid, which is always quite red. So this vehicle's got 116,000 Ks on it, so I don't think it's ever been done. Yeah, so just an observation. So there we go, 900 mils has come out of the E-4 drive unit. Probably could have squeezed another 20 to 50 mils had I left it sort of another half an hour. I've only left it 5 minutes. It only drained for 5 minutes. My fluid actually isn't that black, that's just the residue from the drain pan, but it was still pretty burnt and dirty compared to the new fluid. So this is probably going to be the most difficult part of the process. I've got to use the easy squeeze system here to get the fluid into that top bolt there and then put the bolt on. As I mentioned, some alternative methods if you don't have this system is a nice large syringe, say 200 ml plus, to pull the fluid out of the can that you're using and just pump it directly into the bolt hole just there. So we'll give it a go. So there it is, all done. Both bolts tightened back up. So to undo, pull the Allen key towards the muffler. To tighten up, push away towards the front of the vehicle. In hindsight, if I did that again, obviously the first thing I did is put another mat down when I filled the top hole. Also, you might have noticed on the video that pretty much as soon as I got to the end of the litre, the fluid started coming out the top bolt hole onto the concrete. So pretty much that bolt at the top, as soon as you hit that, and as soon as you hit that 1 litre mark, it's going to start leaking. So as you saw, I drained out 900 mils and I had a 1 litre container, and I probably ended up with about 50 mils on the floor and still in the easy squeeze bottle. So just a tip there. I couldn't actually find any information on how to do this, so it's pretty much, this video was learned by doing. So cheers.